Ken, don't feel weird, you're a natural. I'm starting off my video, I'm going fishing next week, the Island Lake. You're kindly sorting my boilies out. Let's have a catch up, what you've been up to. Last time I saw you was about, what, 7 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that. Tell me what's been happening with Asylum Baits.
Things are getting quite busy now. Got loads of new customers, loads of regulars. I mean, we got loads and loads of people just keep coming back. It's really nice, really. So, I mean, the bait thing has got quite, it's spiralling now, and there's people telling more people. We still haven't advertised. It's all word of mouth, really, but it's just getting busier and busier and busier to the point where we're struggling to actually cope with it now. But luckily, like, we have a little lulls here and there, and gives us a respite. But what was a good idea, just rolling basically for a few mates and a few other people, is now, it's gone ballistic, really. So got a good team around me, Grant and Barry, and a few other people help mucking, and I mean, it is an absolute eye-opener. But the main thing, which has been the biggest eye-opener as well, is how successful the products are being. I mean, we're just trying to make very good bait at affordable prices, and people like yourself and that keep coming back. Some people are doing exceptionally well on it, but we don't seem to have too many. We don't have any complaints, really, but some people you can't help them mangling wise, so they're not going to catch brilliantly, and they blame it on the bait. But I mean, I think our products are exceptional, so, and we try to make them as good as we humanly can, and we are using the best stuff we can, etc, etc. So
when I first came here, Ken, when did you start Asylum? Am I thinking, like, is it 2.5 years ago ish?
We only opened, when was it? May, not last May, the May before, really.
Let's just get this out of the way. Do you know, we're going to get on the camera, we'll bloody get you, Nick, I'm telling you. You think you're escaping, you ain't. Right, we'll get Nicky Onslow in a minute, right? Long while since we've seen Nick. Right. Yeah, so sorry, so we're Bait Asylum, right? So let's get the name right, Bait Asylum. Go on, when did it start?
We opened in September 15, and I mean, right late in the season, but we wanted to get things right. It took us ages to build the factory. I mean, it's just a little unit, but everything's got to be right. So we've done loads of testing, etc., and opened September 15, and we've just been going since then. So, but it's quite shocking how popular it's become, really.
But it's become, Ken, you're being quite modest there. It's become popular because your reputation procedure. Anyone who's known you a good few years, me included, Burnsy, who's here, Dinny, you know, we go back when, you know, you was making bait for us, what, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever it was? You're discerning then, you're discerning now. We've been in here the last, 3 hours, chatting, reminiscing and everything else. You know, without wishing to blow smoke up your arse, you're a discerning guy, and that comes across. And certainly in the way your bait comes across, that's why I'm back here. And it's fair to say, you know, I'll just have both of us here, a good-looking couple. Ken's been quite modest there. But that said, like I've said before on video, there's a lot of good baits out there. There'll be people there that use, you know, major bait firms, small bait firms. It's a cottage industry. It's a multi-million pound industry. Yeah, so, you know, where I do interviews with various people, you know, if another bait firm, I'm fishing with them, and, you know, someone's got a bait and they want to show it, I'm happy to show it. I'm down here because I buy my boilies from Ken. I use a lot of particles. When I use boilies, I come and see Ken. But the long and short of it is, anyone who's watching this, there's a great choice of boilie companies out there, and Ken's not one to ram his firm down anyone's throat, but people find it interesting, particularly from someone like Ken, who seems to know so much about bait, you know, and catches very well. So I thought I'd add that.
I mean, basically what we...
Hold on, back on you now. The audience is fed up with me already. Go on.
I mean, look through the magazines and that. There's approximately 450, 460 bait companies in Britain. There's all sorts of concepts on who does what, but we just focus on what we want. We're not interested in major publicity. I mean, you come down with a camera, we have a little chat like this, but we don't really advertise. We just make bait that... You've got anglers in there like Jimmy Burns, etc, etc. I won't go into it all, but you know what you're getting. We've had feedback for like there's 50 years worth of feedback there with Jim. He's been at the pinnacle of carp fishing for God knows how long, and some of the anglers we're getting in, you get feedback, what works, what doesn't. I'm not a scientist, I'm a geezer who goes fishing. I don't fish a lot because I'd rather spend time with my family like most people who come here. When you go fishing, unfortunately in this industry there's no regulation, so there's a lot of bait that they're full of bags of promises, but they're not really that good. So we're just trying to make the bait as good as you can get it. We're using products that you know catch fish. I'm no, like I said, no scientist, but there's varying grades of things, and some will catch better than others. I'm not a businessman. I don't really aspire to be a multi whatever. I just make bait that I know I'm going to use and catch, my friends use it and catch, and everyone who comes through our door uses it and catches very well. So when you look at our wall of, we keep a record of over 35 plus pound fish. It's quite phenomenal really when you think we're such a small minor company, but when people go with our baits, they come and buy it. Just go fishing, apply it, and you haven't got to go mad with it. You ain't got to spend billions of pounds on bait like some people advocate. Just good bait, put it in front of the fish, they eat it.
Ken, let's have a brief look at your main. Is it 4?
We just do 4 baits.
Four
yeah,
baits. Let's just
it.
have a quick look at them in that little packet, and then
Yeah.
guys can see them briefly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Always swim the one in the normal clear.
Yeah, thanks for that, Nick. So Ken, you've got 4 main boilers.
Yeah.
So talk us through each one briefly.
We try to cover all bases, but basically, I mean, with carp, there's certain things that trigger them. So you can start one end with sugars and that, and then work your way through to like aminos. So with our baits, the maple mega nut, tiger nut base thing, it's done to a recipe. Quite simple, but it's the additives that work. They create a reaction that releases sugars. So, and the carp come in, home in, and they love a bit of soluble sugar. Quite simple, but my God, does it work?
And this is the maple.
Yeah, maple mega nut, tiger nut base bait,
Yeah,
flowers.
which is what I'm picking up today.
Yeah, a few little soluble milks added to it,
Yeah.
but it's the liquid content and the powders. Fantastic bait. Let it sweat up. It goes sticky. It's working. When it flicks white, it's beautiful. It goes against all concepts. I've always been fish meal with milks, because one, I want the fish to grow. 2, I want them to, with fish meals and that, once if they get on that fish meal, they won't stop eating it. But this bait just defies all logic. It is very simple, and for whatever reason it is, tiger nuts in that, they just go to it. Once them sugars start reacting in there, that bait defies all my logic. Good mate of mine put me on it with Jeff Bowers and Paul down at Active, and my God, does it work. I hate it on my fisheries because it's so successful, but once you get all the anglers on it, it dominates, and I mean, it's personal choice, but I do like fish meal and milk protein.
And what sizes does this come in, Ken?
We'll roll you any size you want, from 10 mil right up to 24s. We have got rolling tables 32. It's all done by hand because a lot of the ingredients we use are very, very soluble and sticky, and you try and put it through a machine and it just clogs the rollers up. So we're just aiming for that little niche market. Solubility with bait is the key. So if you can get that bait to release and go soluble, the attraction qualities, you can't beat it. Fish meals, get them to pre-digest, away they go. This one, it pre-digests itself in such a way that it releases sugars. So absolutely mind-boggling bait, that one.
So let's have a look at your fish meal bait, Ken.
Right, different fish meals. Basically, this is the Receptor Marine mix. This is a follow-on to the Receptor Red Spice, which we'll go through in a minute, but the Red Spice was the first bait we bought out. I've been using it for 30 years, but we've got such better quality ingredients, etc., nowadays, crustacean meals. But what we've done, we've made a really high quality fish meal. Very, very soluble, very digestible. I use this one in the winter, which you wouldn't normally use a fish meal. I wouldn't use the G in the winter because it's a more heavy fish meal, which
And
is
G is for garlic, is
Garlic,
it?
yeah, we just call it
Right.
G. Saves a lot of writing on the bags because we don't print the bags because we rather spend the money on ingredients. But
Oh, that's a good point.
yeah,
Good, well made. Yeah, good point.
So
Ken. Yeah.
we can save 10, 15 pence every bag. That over a period of thousands of bags adds up. We can use finer quality ingredients, and that's what we're about. We don't want to go in the shops, like I said. We just, people come here, so you can have a nice, flashy, really good looking bag with all carp printed on it. Ain't going to catch you more fish, is it? Just buy a bag of bait that does.
So they're your two fish meals.
Yeah, this one's using a combination of 3 old classic flavours, beef liver powder, crustacean meals. I mean, a lot of the ingredients we get from various wholesalers. I get a lot of stuff off Jeff because he's got the monopoly on certain things, and we get gear in from France. I've got a wholesaler we deal with who gets real high quality bird foods in from Holland, Belgium. We get stuff in from Cambodia, Thailand, all over the world really. Real good fish meals from France, obviously Spain. You just got to shop about, but there's some brilliant products out there if you just go looking for them, and if you half know what you're doing, mate, you can make some good baits, and that's what we're here about. We don't want to just mass produce. We just do lower volume. We've got a really good client base, and loads of happy faces, which is the main thing.
And what's the fourth bait, Ken?
Right, the fourth bait, I mean these two, you've got the two fish meals, various, if you don't like one, the other one works. The fourth bait is the Receptor Red Spice, which...
Right, so that's the bait I'm familiar with from last year.
That's it, I mean...
Receptor Red Spice.
Red Spice, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything quite like it on the market. Again, it works off an enzyme type product. It's got crustacean meals, we mill them all down. It's got various bits and bobs in. It's a spicy type thing. Beef liver powders, again, there's various quality liver powders or liver liquids out there. Chicken livers, which they're okay for animal fodder. You've got pig livers, which everybody uses because it's cheap. We use the highest quality pharmaceutical beef liver powder. Expensive, it makes me cry when I buy a box of it, but I could buy a new car, the amount we spend on it, but that bait works. I mean, it's already took the biggest fish in the land, the Wazim fish, 64 pound. I've had my best fishing 35, nearly 40 years of carp fishing. All my friends who've used it, there is no bait anywhere in the winter that could beat this one, in my opinion, but that will fish it against anything. It does work, and it's not advertising that. This bait works, full stop. And once the temperature cools down, if you want a bait to work over silt, there it is. I won't tell you what we do or how we do it, but it's very simple. Got a silty lake, that works, full stop, but it will catch anywhere, and 90% of the time, no bait's going to work everywhere and do everything. 90% of the time, if you're fishing that and you apply it correctly, it will outfish virtually anything that you put it up against. Obviously 90% of it is angling ability, but the 10% with a bait, if you've got the best bait, there's no worries about, is it going to work, am I using dodgy bait, are the eggs all right? It's all done perfectly because we've done it. That bag of bait you come and buy out of here, out of the freezer, I might take that fishing, so it's done right.
Cool.
If the bait ain't right, we won't sell it. I just had a little thing in there last weekend. I put the aircon unit on because it was really hot for the fellas. I unplugged the freezer for a little while, forgot to put it on. Come in 3 days later, I've got 900 quid's worth of bait in a freezer, bin it, still half frozen, but we won't sell it, get rid of it, start again, roll a fresh lot this week, get it back in the freezers. It won't last long in there, but we're all about quality, and I won't cut any corners or pull any punches. We just try and make good bait, full stop, but we're always playing with things. We've got people field testing everywhere. There's just geezers who go fishing, not fellas who run about and go, yeah, okay, give us free bait, I'll tell you it's the the bee's knees. We actually do proper field testing. We've got fellas down the road there, we've got fellas down the road there. We run different mixes, different levels. We get things right. When it's right, we'll use it. But most of the stuff, we've all the anglers who come in here, like friends, good friends, we've all been using it for 20, 30 years anyway. There's some good modern products which we're having to get our head round, certain yeasts and products like that, which are new to the market, like the last 2, 3, 4 years. So they're new products. We've got to learn which ingredients they are compatible with. But everything that comes out of here has been properly, thoroughly tested, and we're using stuff from old school and we're using modern stuff, trying to blend it and like you end up with things like this. If I had this bait go back 20, 30 years ago, my God, would I have caught some fish.
Well, Ken, we'll catch up with Nick before he goes, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll come in and talk briefly about your ground bait, which is something you didn't have when I was here last.
That's it, yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
So I'll catch up with Nicky.
No problem.
Yeah, all right, Ken. Thanks for that, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, Nick, do you know what, all joking aside, right, it's been a pleasure bumping into you. It's a good few years since I've seen you, yeah, and there'll be a lot of people watching this video know you, yeah, because you've been around a good while, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, we come across you, me, Andy, Jim, Pete, Walthamstow, what, early 80s, was it?
Well, early 80s, mate.
It must have been.
Early. And what stood out for me back then is when I met you and I made you walk all the way around the other side of the, with a reservoir with a big bed chair. And it was just one of them days where...
Do you know what? I was joked about that with Dinny. Yeah, just to let people know, right? I was... I don't know what... Yeah, Nick's talking about there. Was it the Maynard? Was
Yeah,
it?
Iron Maynard.
Iron Maynard. And we're going back, what, 25
Easy,
years
25
more?
years.
Yeah. And they told me that they was going to be fishing one end. I've walked all the way out there. I can't remember exactly. What I do remember is a long walk.
Yeah.
I need to find out it's right near the gate where you come in. Something like that, wasn't
I
it?
think you had one of them big fox bed chairs.
Yeah, I
at the
probably
time.
did. I had
That's
all
how
the
long-
gear, didn't
yeah,
I?
you still have.
I had all the
Yeah.
gear. Yeah, exactly. That.
I'm
Nothing's
still
changed.
living off Casey, you know, the
I
city.
am. Yeah, but do you know what? There's a lot of people that could have caught that fish.
But
no
you-
one could have milked it like me.
No, you was a special one.
I'm still dining out on it.
Yeah,
But anyway, tell us about your fishing and Ridge Monkey. You're involved with Ridge Monkey.
Yeah,
by
I'm a
looks
part of
things.
the team this year, and I've just come back from a 48-hour trip down Kens Water, Spellbrook, and there's a fish I got so possessed with, and I could not believe it. On Thursday night, I caught a 37-4 called the redfish, and of course on Ken's Receptor Marine, just took me to another level, mate. Absolutely.
You'll
another
have to
level.
send me a picture, and I'll overlay that with Ken's permission
Right.
on the camera.
I think Ken will be right with that.
Yeah, so all that time then, you've been fishing, you're still as mad as ever, still as loud as ever, you've never been quiet, have you?
Yeah, I've tried to calm down my swearing. for
Yeah,
this
no, you've
video.
done a good job for the
Yeah,
video.
so-
Yeah, that Tourette's don't help, yeah.
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 No, but since then I've fished. Well, since I've left you, well, since I last seen you, I've been at Coleman's, Golden Gates, all few here and but I stopped fishing for about 4 years because when I fished Walthamstow, I was fishing Monday to Friday every week, and it drained me. So it was time to take a break and meet women and other things. But I started getting a buzz again, and I've come back into it the last couple of years, and I've had quite a few lately as well, you know, which has helped.
But you know what? You've always managed to catch fish.
I've been
I remember
lucky,
that.
mate.
Yeah.
I've been lucky.
Yeah, but you know what's that saying? The more you practice, the luckier you get.
Yeah.
And you're a family man now. You're married. You've got a son.
Yeah, Harry's 5 and I've been married 6 years with the missus. And I've moved out to sunny Essex to be near you, mate, so I could stalk you. But at 5 years, I've tracked you down. But no, this year, hopefully now, I don't know what to do now. I've caught my target. I'll go back to Golden Gates and love to catch some of the big comments in there. But the one what I really like to catch is the ghosty. Not many people like it because it's a big ornamental, but me, I'm addicted to fish like that, you know?
Yeah, good for you. And so with Ridge Monkey, you're a consultant with them.
Yeah.
And we can't mention the product, but we've seen a very interesting product in here.
Yeah, it is.
So they've got some great ideas coming out.
We've got loads of end tackle coming out, and the product what I showed you today is under wraps at the minute. As you see, it's going to be another setter without a doubt.
Brilliant thing. All of us in here want it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's
you
what
just can't
Ridge Monkey
afford it.
do.
I've even offered you a van for it. You went no, but nah. I think that will be coming out later part of the year.
Yeah.
I can't say much there because in case I get.
No, it's fair
linked
enough.
in.
No, I understand that. Yeah.
And Ken's bait is nothing to a next level. You know, the fish meals. Everyone in there will catch a carp 100%.
Yeah.
So get on it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, Nick, thanks for that.
No
And do you know
problems,
what? I've got a feeling you're going to be seeing me more these next few years than you have the last 20. Yeah,
Oh,
thanks a
cheers,
lot,
Ken.
Nick.
No
Cheers,
problem.
buddy. Yeah, it was good to catch up with Nick, as he was saying. We just, we used to see a lot of Nick over Walthamstow. Yeah, it would have been early, maybe mid-80s. Time flies, and I've seen him occasionally, but good angler as well. So we'll quickly catch up with Ken on the ground bait side of things, because he's brought out a ground bait since I was here last, and he's got some interesting thoughts on ground bait, so we'll have a chat with Ken about that. I'm then picking up my bait, and then I've got a load of chores to do that I'm about 3 hours behind, so not that my missus watches these, but right now she'll be cursing I ain't got a couple of things done. But we've had a great morning down here, reminiscing, catching up with the boys, and seriously, like I've said before on here, anyone who's interested in boilies, great choice of boilies out there. Good luck to you. They're brilliant firms, loads of them, and I've used other boilies over the years and one thing and another. But all said and done, if you want to check out some good bait, come down and see Ken, and allow 5 times longer than you plan. If you think you're coming down here for half hour, allow 2.5 hours, because once you get in there and you start chatting to the boys, the time soon flies.
Yeah, that's it. Waiting for it. Gets caught every minute. Wait a minute.
Oi, Jim.
Zoom in that way, Jim.
Jim, I can get Jim because he'll remember that. Where's Burnsy? Has he gone outside?
Zoom in that way.
There we go, there's you, look. There's Nick. There's some faces on there, isn't there? There's Barry, part of the team. He's just saying about the team wrapped around him. Yeah, so it's a team effort down here, isn't it?
Being it all for the good of the company.
Yeah, good for you boys. Yeah, so anyone who does say coming down here, donuts and cups of tea, look, Nick brings the donuts. The big G over there. Right, Ken, ground bait, that's a new one on me here. So what brought about introducing ground bait?
People come in all the time, everyone wants something different, and we're not into sort of doing as many products as we can. We just do a minimum amount of products for boilies, but what we've done, everyone goes, have you got stick mix, ground bait, blah blah blah. So we thought, right, something we can look at is a lot of the ground bait out there. Everybody makes ground bait, and it's good, it catches fish, but we've tried to take the ground bait to the next level. So we're making ground baits that match the baits, but also hidden in the back of the ground baits is a lot of the products that sort of activate it or pre-digest it. We do dedicated liquid additives that go with it, that they're done in a different way to what all the other companies do. Volume is not normally the best option, so I'll run through what we do and why we do it, and hopefully you'll understand our ethos on what we're trying to do with these ground baits. So basically we've just looked at everything that's available out there, gone for the better products instead of the cheaper products to add. We used all the crustacean meals, we had all the beef liver powders in, we had a lot of the pre-digested fish meals in, various things. We basically, they've all got betaine, high levels of betaine to match your boilies. So some of the fish meals, we use the finest quality micro pellets in them. Everyone's looking at cost options, use the cheapest little micro pellets you can get. We've gone for the best pellet there is out there. There's Screttins do a halibut pellet with really high levels of squid and greenlet mussel. Very expensive, 60 quid a sack. We use that instead of the cheaper 25 quid a sack ones. A lot of people are using carp pellet in it, which is okay, it's good, it catches, but we just want that extra higher level, extra attraction, and if I'm going fishing, I want the best I can have. This is the pop-ups we do. We do shelf life in tubs, but we also try and go one step further. We do freezer pop-ups, which I don't know anyone who's, like I said earlier in the video, I've been using them for 30 years and I think they're a brilliant edge. A lot of people use them. They're loaded with everything, and that's as good as you can get with a pop-up. So if you look in there, you can see the liquid content. No one does it.
You can see that. Yeah.
And in my opinion, I mean, they're fantastic. I always use them. I mean, a lot of people are getting onto them. freezer pop-ups, freezer wafters and freezer hard hook baits. They just give you that extra percentage which we're all looking for, and like I said earlier, sharp hook, couple of percent, good hook baits, good bait, etc, etc. It all adds up, and these are
There's another percentage.
another percentage.
Yeah, no,
so
fair call.
that's what we look
Yeah,
for.
all right, thanks for that. And that's how they come packaged. So
They
you,
come packaged
you can
in
cut them
80s.
out,
Yeah.
so you ain't got to take them all with you. Yeah,
That's it.
But right now, that's going to catch me what, about 45 fish by the looks of
Hopefully,
things.
Kev,
Yeah.
we'll be back in the 80s and you'll have a lunker. Yeah, that'd be the one.
Yeah, nice one, Kev. Well, guys, it's Thursday, 6th of July, and that was a great Saturday, Ken, down at your place, and great to catch up with a few faces that I hadn't seen for a while. And as I think I said on the video, anyone planning on going down to Ken's on a Saturday, allow 5 times the amount of time you said you would, because by the time I got home the missus had the hump, justifiably so. I said I'd be a couple of hours, I think I was 5. So but anyway, yeah, great. And yeah, Ken, thanks again for your advice, really really appreciate it, and good to see how well you're doing with the bait asylum. Good for you. Right now I'm getting ready because tomorrow, a day earlier than I expected, I'm off to the Island Lake. So I'm going out on a Friday, which is unusual for me. I'm catching up with the boys for dinner tomorrow night, and there's 5 of us on a lake exclusive. Couple of anglers with whom I haven't fished before, so we look forward to fishing alongside them. So I set out, as I say, tomorrow. It's only 3 weeks or so since I've been back from Rainbow, which I uploaded, which I fished in Peg 21 with Lee. So, you know, it's all been a bit manic. But anyway, off to the Island Lake, fished it a couple of times before. We'll have a draw on Saturday. I'm hoping the temperatures start to drop, which is forecast. And it's funny how, when I look back on these videos, I always talk about the weather, because it does have an impact, no matter who or what you are, it does have an impact on the fishing, in my opinion. But anyway, we're, as I say, 5 anglers, and yeah, really looking forward to the week ahead. In the meantime, I got home from work today, and I received this from an old mate of ours, Chris Woodrow. It's a book he's wrote about his exploits as Essex man, so to speak. His early days fishing here in Essex, then off to Cassine, amongst other ventures. So Chris, I really appreciate you sending me that book, and I'm pleased to appear in it as well. Thank you very much. And I'll be reading that over the coming week. No doubt there'll be some laughs along the way. So yeah, good luck with the book. Fantastic quality publication, so yeah, well done to you and the guys that have contributed. But as I say, right now, skirting about, loading up the vehicle, driving out tomorrow on the Eurotunnel, and yeah, an exciting week ahead. Oh look, there's a flamingo there, just at the tunnel, Friday lunchtime. Bold as brass. Well, it's 1:30 Friday. Unusually I'm coming out on a Friday, as I think I said earlier. Had an hour delay, right pain in the arse. And a bit of advice to Eurotunnel, just to give people advice as to why we're delayed and how long we might expect to be. Don't just leave us there fucking waiting. But anyway, yeah, let's get on this train and get to the other end. It's about 5:30 Saturday morning. I got to the lake last night, had some grub with TP and Mick, and I'll tell you, word of advice, when your sat-nav recommends another route, because it's going to take 10 minutes off the journey and go across country, don't do it unless you're in a combine harvester, because crikey, some of the roads I ended up going down, what a bloody nightmare. But anyway, I'm dead to the world. Mick's woke me up, and his mate Mick's playing a fish in the boat.
Morning.
He's got one.
Yeah.
What he don't realise, you can tell the camera.
Oh yeah, he's forgot to put his life jacket on, so when he comes back here we're going to have to bar him for at least a month.
Yeah, there
So,
you go.
yeah,
But he probably
just
won't
to
be
remember.
back for a year, so it probably won't really
No,
make
don't-
much difference. Really.
No, it won't come into play, will it?
Yeah.
Fish number 10 for him.
That's good angling.
Bloody hell, yeah. He had nothing since Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yeah, Tuesday. Just shows you. He had 9 fish up till Tuesday, the boy. Just as the sunset. Any good, Mick?
Well, Mick's bringing in that fish who's been here all week, had 10 fish. I'll quickly check out his bait. Yep, there we go. Try and find out what that is.
Get to the world.
Mick, before I get him on camera, has he owed Inland Revenue money, anything like that? Because normally it don't, it matters.
Do you owe the Inland Revenue any money or anything before he films all this? Are you wanted back in the UK? Not the lump he's looking for. But it doesn't matter, does it? No, man. I'll go for the sky. Just get this out.
Yeah, while Mick's busy with that fish, I'll quickly check out his rig and all. Don't know what's going on there.
That's it.
36, 37,
There you go.
38.
That's it. Up. 2 minutes. That's it. Come out at me. Go around that way. Go around that way. That's it, mate. It's all shiny. Right, weed again, Mick. Weed.
Weed.
Right, life jacket. Yeah. Come on. Brilliant, isn't it? Right, you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Shall I come out in the boat with you?
No, he's going to go. Oh, he can. He's going to go and get all this off first.
Right.
Let him go and get all this off and come back for the rod.
Okay. This is proving a joint effort here because this weed has clogged the line.
So I ain't got a net.
Alright, Mick, this is the tree line.
Yeah, I'll get you a net.
Nailed him.
Right, we go round to
Double
your
take,
stream.
double take.
Yeah, done well, yeah.
You know what I
It's a
mean?
great way to start the video, isn't it?
Brilliant
Isn't
for
it?
you, yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely bit of footage early in the morning.
Superb, yeah.
Saturday morning, pack up time.
Might be the only fish we get on the video all week.
You never know.
I ain't being funny, right? Look, you've got some boilies up. Let's grab them.
Look, come on, let's grab something.
Take them.
Just all of
yeah,
them,
no,
yeah?
all of them, yeah. Happy days.
He ain't going to want them, is he?
Nah, he won't need these going home, will he?
Perfect, isn't it? Look, like sun. Heads up. Good lad.
So, like I've mentioned on here before, when I've been here, the regime at the Island Lake is to put the fish back for a little while, then let it go. We've got to let this one go now.
Oh, Michael. Right, yeah, you might get him out there.
Try and get a rig on the camera.
Oh, well, I've got one in my pocket. I've got one.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, look at
Biggest
that.
fish of the trip, £47.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, superb.
Well done.
Happy days.
Well done, Michael.
Superb.
Yep.
Do you know what, Mick? It's nice to see you boys with a shotgun with a full barrel.
Yeah,
Back
yeah.
in the 80s, you used to sell them off, didn't you?
They would have been sawn. They would have been sawn off.
Yeah,
back
them
in the-
days are long gone now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, long gone now. Yeah, so in way of getting me bearings, it's about, what is it, about 7:30 now, Saturday morning. So, like I think I said, ordinarily I'd come out Saturday morning, but I come out yesterday, had a leisurely drive down until I come off the motorway, and got the good fortune now of seeing a couple of fish this morning from Peg 13. So I'm going to have a cup of tea with Mick. The boys will be packing up. I'll have a wander around the lake, and then our lads are due here lunchtime. So yeah, a week ahead. We're hoping some sort of low pressure comes in. It's been hot and stuff. I think they had rain here earlier in the week, but yeah, right now we could do with the weather cooling down.
Nice fish. Good, wasn't it?
Yeah, those aerators there, they run off electric, and yeah, probably the best ones I've seen, made by or distributed by Aqua and Co. So I've just had a cutaway shot of them, and for people with their own fisheries especially, you might just research that. Apparently it goes up and down with the depth of the water as well. It's got like a buoyancy aid thing, but yeah, they're worth checking out, that's for sure. Well, it's red hot. 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. We had the draw 3 o'clock and I come out third. Chris was first, he picked 7 and 8. TP was second, he picked 12. I was third, I've picked 5 and 6. Where was it? Fourth. Dinny was fourth, he's picked 13. And who else we got? Yes, the fifth in peg 1 and 2 is Wes. So, in truth, I don't know if statistically I weren't going to come out 1. So I'm thinking, right, wherever I come out, see what gets picked and work accordingly. And as it was, I'm happy. So I'm in 5 and 6. And Paul Meatham, when you're watching this, you was in here last year. See if I can repeat what you did, mate. We'll have a quick look around and then I'm going to skirt about and yeah, get plotted up, have something to eat, have lots to drink, and I'm whacked out. But I always say that, don't I? But anyway, let's have a look around the swim. So there's my house for a week. I'll set the bivvy up, the Oz tent around here. And yeah, this is the peg. So I'll have a couple of rods in here and a couple of rods in there. Go out to the staging, and I'm quite pleased, to be fair to Chris, that he picked 1 and 2, which is over there, which means there's no one in 3 and 4, which I feel quite fortunate about. So yeah, this is the swim as I pan round mid-afternoon Saturday. There's Mick's house over there, the Ponderosa. There's 13 where Dinny's going to be fishing. There's 12 where TP's going to be. Chris is to my right, about 150 yards up there in 7 and 8. This is typically the weed you're dealing with, which we've seen here before. Yeah, so let's spend the next, I reckon, 3 hours getting me gear ready, getting me spots, and then I'll get the video out. I'll probably get it out beforehand, but I'll get that video moment out when I sit down with a cup of tea and the session really starts. And I reckon that's at least 3 hours away. You know what? I'm knackered. It's 7 o'clock and it did take 3 hours to get 3 rods out and plotted up. I'm going to sleep under the stars tonight because it's just one of those nights and I enjoy that. So this is the moment, cup of tea, because this last, what was it, 36 hours, it's been tiring, but you know what, it's fun, I love it. It's red hot, it's flat calm, but we're hoping tomorrow the wind and rain comes. We'll see, because it is about the conditions. The boys last week, they ended up with, as I say, there was 11 fish out of 13, a few fish out of 1 and 2, a couple out of 3 and 4, 5 and 6 was empty most of the week, 7 and 8 didn't catch, 9. Yeah, I'm not sure, you know, much else come out, but you know what, they had a red hot week most of the week, and we're hoping we don't have that. It is about the conditions. Just imagine right now, you know, a southwesterly or any wind, I don't care what wind it is, comes in, you know, the trees are rustling, the water's got white caps, it's overcast, you're all going to catch fish. all the while it's like this, you're going to be on your back foot. So it's largely about conditions, especially this time of year, in my opinion, and just how lucky you might be in having these lower pressures come in amongst these, you know, red hot high pressures. But anyway, fact of the matter is what it is. If I ain't used that a million times. And yeah, 3 rods out, and I'm feeling confident. So right now, have a cup of tea, make a couple of calls, have some dinner, and early night, and hopefully between now and who knows when, we get a bite. Here we are, just setting a scene now. 8 o'clock Saturday night. Feeling confident, gotta be confident. And my prediction is my left hand rod's the first one to go, followed by my right hand rod, followed by my middle rod. All 3 rods. Well, that was a quiet night. It's about 7:30 now, Sunday morning. But you know what? There's a light rain and it's overcast, and it's much cooler than I think it's been here the last 5 days or so. And not least of all, as Mick pointed out when he come round, I having just woke up, which is why I'll use the excuse I didn't see it, is that you've got a load of clouding going on. I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but about, must be 50 yards out, slightly to my left, where there's obviously been some fish rooting about, and where I didn't have a bait. So anyway, yeah, we'll have a quick scan round, and then I'll have some breakfast. But yeah, feels much better now. It's so much cooler. Yeah, so a bit of wind wouldn't go amiss. Bit of a breeze compared with what there has been, but yeah, as I said earlier, feels much better. Arj, when you're watching this, I wonder where that ridge monkey idea come from. Remember about 3 years ago, wasn't it? Rainbow, you had that little ice crusher, and look what's happened now. This time we could have been millionaires. Yeah, so this is where I'm fishing. Peg 5 and 6 here. There's no one in here. Wes is in there. Denny in here. TP in there. And Chris, just off the map there, is in 7 and 8 there.
And Century Retail Park, Watford.
Well, you know what? It looks mad for it. It's overcast, you can't see any blue sky. It's grey, there's no wind, but there's rain. It feels really good, and it's so nice to have that air cleared. Well, it's 9 o'clock now, Sunday evening, and this storm, as predicted, is coming. So you can feel it in the air, and it might just be what the lake needs. Feeling ultra confident now, really am, as are all the boys. So let's see if we can't get one tonight between us. So far between us, no bites, but yeah, feeling good now. Well, I said I was feeling confident, and no sooner has this rain come, and it is relentless. 5 minutes later, I've had a bite, and I've got myself a mid-30 in the retainer. But look at it out here, unbelievable. Well, I'm in the up now, and oh, well, chuffed to have had that fish. I knew I was going to get a bite, and yeah. But yeah, right now, that rain, I'm soaked, my gear's soaked, because when I had the bite, I was still putting my gear away, had the bite, left it all. So anyway, no, well chuffed to have had that fish. So Sunday night, I think it was about 10 o'clock, had this, oh no, it was before that actually, storm come, and about a minute before it come, I had this, £35. And while we're doing this, dinner's just a common, similar size. Oh, it's a peach. You want it?
Yeah, mate. Just hold it there,
Happy
kid.
days.
Just hold it there, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a proper little dice.
£35.
Beautiful, mate.
Superb.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, lovely. Cheers, Chris.
That's all right, mate.
Well, 6 o'clock Monday morning. No more fish for me, but I've come round. This is Wes. And Wes has had one. Yeah, so he's in peg 1. So Wes, tell me what you just had.
47, 51 with a sling, 47 with, well, I'm guessing 47 without, so we'll have to reweigh it.
Yeah, cool. Well done. Come on then, you
happy
do all
with
that work, then I'll video it.
Oh, right.
Do you need me to lift this time of morning? Do you need a hand with it?
Let's have a look, shall we?
You don't look very strong, you probably need a hand with it.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Wes.
Cheers, mate. Got a funny old towel on it, like half a towel.
Yeah, this is the scene, as I say. And boy, did we have some rain in the night as well. It's looking mad for it, so I'll skirt about. The way you picked that up, Wes, I can tell you're used to catching fish. Look at that, well done, mate.
That?
Yeah,
About
superb.
47.
Yeah, lovely.
Like I say, definitely seen this one before on a picture, I think. I think it was 50.
Yeah, lovely. Superb. First island fish, eh?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, what a
First
fish.
time here. Lovely.
Yeah,
Well,
well done, mate.
Cheers, Kev.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
I'll catch up with the boys.
Cup of tea time,
Well, I'll
mate.
shoot one and have one with dinner, and then we'll get back and redo one or two of my rods actually. The weed wiped out. Thanks, Wes, and I'll catch up with you later today, mate. Yeah. Yeah, well done. Yeah, so how big was it?
47-1.
Yeah, happy days.
Yeah,
well
happy
done.
days, yeah. Good one. Let's keep going.
Crikey, for 6 o'clock on a Monday morning, we're not at it. All right, mate. Yeah, so you had one yesterday then? Yeah, well done.
It's all going to go a lot better than that. I think it's all going to go mad then.
Yeah, so did
That's
I.
good though, isn't it? Good start.
It's good. Yeah, it's a good start. Round in
Is that
peg
like
13.
mirror or common?
He had a mirror there, 47. Yeah, lovely fish.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, it looks mad for it then, doesn't it?
We've got that rain coming again today. This ain't going to get hot, is it? Do you know what I mean? I don't think till about Wednesday, Thursday from what I can
Yeah,
make
it could
of
be perfect. Look at it. Yeah, how big was yours, Din?
About 25.
Right, yeah, of course. Yeah, well
Stayed
done.
too long in that rain, messing about with it.
Yeah. Do you know what? It couldn't be more perfect. Absolutely perfect out here. Mild, windy, overcast. Look at it out there. We have got a bag up. Fantastic conditions. Yeah, just rebaiting now. It's about 8 o'clock Monday morning, and yeah, that wind and well, that rain sunk a lot of the floating weed. The lake looks so much better now. So yeah, just rebaiting, skirting about because it's going to happen. It feels really, really good. This is exactly the weather we was hoping for, and we've got it. So now we've got to make the most of it and catch some fish. Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock Monday morning, and TP's into one. I think it's snagged. Mick's in the boat with him over in that corner. See if I can zoom into it. Yeah, not sure what's going on over there with TP. He's in 12, but right now I'm like a coiled spring. Just feels, it couldn't be more perfect. It's flattened off now, but compared with, you know, whether I've been enduring and stuff, the back end of Rainbow and this, that and the other, and the boys last week, I think they had good weather early in the week, and then I think from Tuesday onwards it was red hot. I got here Friday, Saturday, red hot. Now, it's proper carpy weather. Yeah, approaching midday and Chris is in 7.
That net for us, Wes. Out of blue, isn't it?
nice fish. He's in. Lovely, happy days. Well done. Well done.
That's the pressure off.
Yeah, nice one, boys. Well done.
Let's get over there and I'll sort it out properly there.
9, 10,
5-10.
55-10.
That'll do me.
Yeah,
Nice, mate.
well done.
Thank you
Happy
so much.
days.
Yeah. Good, isn't it?
Ready? Small.
Other side. Go on. Shit, I mean,
Go with it.
go on.
Go with it.
That's away.
Go on.
Where's?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah? Let's drop that down 12. Had to leave the start. It really needed that last night. It's just
Fuck, that snake's back. Well, it's about 6 o'clock now, Monday evening, and yeah, it's been a wonderful day. Although you just sense, as good as the conditions were, you know, that it's sort of predominantly night time and early morning the bites are going to come, or certainly early evening till early morning. But anyway, right now, just saying to the boys, it could have so readily and easily been red hot, flat calm, weed floating everywhere. Look at the conditions here, perfect. So we should be capitalising on this. I'm having an early dinner, I'm whacked out, got up early to sort out Wes's fish, you know, so yeah, tired as you like. So anyway, early dinner, early to bed, and yeah, all to play for. And in truth, you know, since I've been here, I weren't quite comfortable with a couple of spots. It's now, I've got them out today, got 4 rods, and yeah, feel like they're all fishing as they should be. But my hot rod, I just sense for the week, is going to be my left-hand rod. Yeah, it's a typical swim here at the Island Lake. Log cabin, you can park right near. Got my radio on, I'm cooking, microwaves going now. Fridge, freezer, electricity, lighting. There's a familiar face. Well, it's 3 o'clock Tuesday morning, and my second from left rod, angling down towards the left, had a bite, and I've got myself a lovely looking mirror that I'm guessing is low 40. So yeah, well chuffed with that. Got me in a weed bed, had to handball it through the weed, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I reckon that weed bed looks a lot more different come the morning than it did last night by the time I finished with it. But anyway, yeah, letting the fish rest up, having myself a cup of tea, and then yeah, we'll get it out. Well chuffed though. £40.8, early hours of Tuesday morning. Well chuffed. Quickly get the other side.
we'd have more last night.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, it's mad for it, isn't it?
It does, mate. It just looks spot on. But I see a couple out in front of TP, and you know that's it. Nothing.
And if
Crazy.
you'd have asked for perfect weather when we arrived Saturday,
This is it for the rest of the week. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way, mate.
And you just sense that the second half of the week, you've got 4 nights left. You just sense it's got to kick off.
It's got to kick off soon.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yeah.
It really has.
Amazing
You know,
conditions.
big head of fish in here that are going to be hungry now.
Yeah.
You know, nothing really come out last week, so just, do you know what I mean? Just don't get it.
Yeah, yeah,
Just don't get it, mate.
yeah. No, it's slow. I'll catch up with you as the week progresses,
Oh, yeah,
Chris. You can
definitely,
show
mate,
us your rigs and bait and all of that
Oh,
sort of
I don't know
stuff.
about
Yeah, no. But rest assured, if there's anything really good on it,
Yeah.
I'll edit it.
Yeah.
So only everybody gets to know.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah, let's have a look in your swim, Chris. Yeah, so Chris is in 7 and 8, which was probably the peg most people would have picked what was you, second out the draw, weren't you?
I was, mate.
Yeah, TP was in picked 12.
It's one of the
Yeah.
favourites, isn't it?
Because ordinarily, last time I was here, I was fishing 10 and 11 over there. And then Clayton, Pugwash, when you're watching this, Clayton, he was baiting his boat out, whatever, all the way over to me. And now I'm in here, Clay, I can see how much you were coming over. Unbelievable. I couldn't do that myself. Anyway, got all this bay, and you had your fish out yesterday out of, well, no, off the point there, and it come into the bay, didn't it?
There's a little channel that just runs in there, drops off to about 9 foot, just there, in a nice silty area.
Right.
Just there, mate.
Yeah, nice.
We should see what happens.
So you putting your, I'll come out the window, are you putting your baits out with a bait boat, or
Yeah,
you
with a bait
are?
boat, yeah.
And why are you doing that in preference to normal boat?
Just really for real, you know, I've got it marked up on my screen, so I'll just straight back out there, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
It's just a lot
Well, you've
easier.
got GPS and that
Yeah,
on there.
got the autopilot, a new bit of kit from Xbox.
Oh wow, we'll have a look at that
That is
then.
a brilliant bit of kit, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Right,
really good,
okay, we'll have a
It's
look at that later in the
lazy
week.
way of fishing.
No, I call it a clever way of fishing, yeah?
You can make it right,
Yeah, we could all go, but I say to people, where some people are critical of the technology that we've got these
That's
days,
right, yeah.
you know, and each to their own. You know, there are some that would still have us using 10-foot split cane rods, centre pin reels, and parboiled potatoes. Sod that.
That's it.
Yeah?
I think the word cheating is used quite a lot.
No, I call it working smart.
Yeah, no, it just suits me, I think. Just less disturbance as well. I've heard some stories they don't like the boat, but you know, you just read too much into it. But no, I'm just going to stick with what I know.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll have a look at that when we've got a calmer day.
Yeah,
And,
she flies.
yeah, love to see that.
Yeah, good bit of
happy
kit, mate.
days.
Really
Yeah.
good bit of kit.
Yeah, been round for a shower now, Tuesday morning, about 10:30. And yeah, caught up with Chris earlier. We'll catch up with him later in the week. Just coming around to see Dinny, who's in 13. Yeah, so you had a couple then, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good start. But you know what? I feel like we should be getting a lot more. These conditions couldn't be better, could they?
I've never had conditions like it in France, Kevin. Like I said, April, winter time and that, being cold, hot, cold. Do you know what I mean? But this is perfect. Like, out of there, you know, you can see them there in the morning. I don't know. I mean, you know what the answer to it is. You know what I mean? I just keep putting the bait out and keep trying for them.
But with 5 of us on here, Din, and with the scope that we've got and the conditions we've got, we should be, it feels like we should be getting more fish.
Yeah, you'd have thought so. Definitely. It's you know, when he had that big one round, I thought, here we go. It's gonna, you know what I mean? But
And they're down here. Because that Mick who was in here last week, he caught them down here in the middle.
Well, yeah, I went out there in the boat this morning. After I had that one last night, I went out and I could see Bully. I didn't want to cast him, so I went out. And like I said to you, there was so many bubbles everywhere, I didn't know where to put the... I thought, you know what I mean? I was laughing with Mick. He said, what did you do? I said, put it in the biggest patch of bubbles I could see. So, but there was loads out there. But I don't know, it was my imagination. You go out there in the boat, and then... Because Mick went, don't worry about it. They'll be... You know what I mean? But I went out there, and after about 10 minutes, it all seemed to... But then they come back again, but not so strong, you know? But I've got a little patch out here I've been baiting, and... That coloured up out there this morning, so yeah, it's all right. It's only Tuesday, is it Tuesday? Monday? What day is it?
Tuesday, yeah. Well, let's have a cup of tea then, put the world to rights.
I've already got the kettle on. How much milk do you want?
Very milky, like half milk, please, Din. Yeah, this is the first swim I fished when I come to the Island Lake a couple of years back.
Yeah, nice touch, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a cutaway shot of a memorial for Baz, who when I first come here, he was fishing in here and he liked that swim. And yeah, I caught up with his family and his friends at Baz's funeral earlier this year. So yeah, that's a nice plaque they stuck up there. Very nice. Yeah, I'm just having a last cup of tea and I'm leaving this swim now, leave Dinny to it. But yeah, right now it looks mad for Dinny down there. That vicinity looks crazy. Conditions are just perfect. Well, I'm back in the swim. Tuesday lunchtime. Spent a few hours catching up with the boys, shower and stuff. Do you know what? It's absolutely perfect. We should be bagging up. Can't believe we ain't all catching lots of fish. Look at it out here. It's absolutely mad for it. You know, I've got the wind blowing down into my corner on the left where I've actually had both my fish. But look at these conditions. Yeah, it's all to play for. I'm skirting about now, as I say, proper fishing head on. I've had me proper fishing head on since I got here, but you know, with these conditions and stuff, crikey, he's got to switch on. Well, it's just gone 8 o'clock Tuesday evening, and I'll tell you what, said on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the bestest, these are 10 out of 10 conditions. Unbelievable. We should be getting bites, and if we don't get bites tonight, well, the lake's on lockdown because it just feels mad for it. Perfect conditions, absolutely perfect. Well, I was saying earlier how good it looked, and between me and Chris, all of a sudden fish have started moving, and in the baited area on my right hand rod, right over where I've got a bait. Let's just pan round now. Have a look. Here's my right hand rod. Chris is round that corner there in 7, and the fish are just moving off this weed bed here. Probably 50 yards from me, max. Well, it's nearly 2 o'clock. What is it now? Wednesday morning, and I'll tell you what, the conditions are absolutely bang on. This is proving to be one of the most frustrating weeks fishing I've had, because you know, I just couldn't make it up how good it is out there, and we're just not getting bites between us. You know, I've had 2 fish, don't get me wrong, but you should be having more. You know, we should all be having a few fish. These conditions are just 10 out of 10. If you wanted the perfect conditions, we've got them. Yet we just don't seem to be getting a fish. You know, and I'm laying here, I'm listening to the wind, I'm listening for fish, I'm not hearing any fish, but the wind's too strong. And you know, I can't sleep thinking it's going to go off. So yeah, it's weird out there. Can't put my finger on it. Well, it's Wednesday morning, and I'll tell you what, I'm amazed I didn't get a bite last night. You know, crikey, this is a frustrating session. I feel like I'm going to go back to taking up tree bark rubbing, because right now, if ever you have thought between you you'd be having it off, and we ain't. Wes just lost one. So what are we now? It's about 9 o'clock. But yeah, that's the only bite I think from last night. And honestly, it is that good. Let me just pan round. Look at this. Look at it out there. Heavy rain now. That wind is pushing really strong. I'm in the comforts of the cabin. Yeah, look. It got me radio on. Oh, just get me chair in. Oh, but look at it. It's mad for it. TP here with a common Wednesday morning. £28. Superb, Tone. Well done.
Yeah, off the mark.
Yeah, lovely. Excellent. You know, I'm just round at Tony's in peg 12. We're all chatting on the walkies, and all of a sudden he's had a bite. And yeah, landed a lovely common, £28. And yeah, just scanning round from Tony's swim. You can see just how mad it looks out there. Well, that was your second bite, Tone. You lost your first one a couple of days ago,
Yep.
and now you've got one.
28. Just when I was talking to you on the phone, of course. Always has to happen. But no, please got that one off the mark. As you say, the weather's been gagging it here quite a few days. I think we've had just about everything thrown at us. But lovely to get off the mark. Ready for a bigger one now.
And looks mad for it, doesn't it?
Yep.
Doesn't it look mad for it? We should all start bagging up now. Yeah, that's the theory.
Yeah,
If you read the books,
famous last words.
yeah,
there,
if you
Kev.
read the books, this is what.
Yeah.
This is carp fishing weather, isn't
Of
it?
course, we're all very excited the fact that you might have discovered your new super duper bait. That
Oh, we can't say.
can't
Oh,
say it,
no,
no.
I've got to turn the video off, Tone. We can't be discussing that. Yeah, good old Gatesy. Yeah, yeah. What goes on tour gets on the video. All right, mate. Yeah, I get them every time.
You do, yeah, you've done me
Yeah, done you right.
Week up. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, all right, yeah. Isn't it frustrating?
It's driving me mad, mate. Mate, the fish I see crashing out there last night, what's going on? Just ain't happening. Just don't get it. I've tried every trick in the book and they're just not here. They're here, but they're not having it.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
Oh, yeah, there's one, look.
Yeah, I'll definitely go have a look at it here today. There's definitely something going on this line here. But like I say, 3 pack of spots, all come back clear. Nothing.
Perfect conditions, isn't it?
See just out there on that weed bed, just on the side there.
Yeah.
Common come out there last night and just chunk. And I see it clear as day, it was a common.
Mind out of the way, I want you in it.
All right.
You know, I said yesterday about the weather for the barbecue.
Yeah. Hold on, because my eyes.
Perfect, doesn't it?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, good job you got them on because of the
Yeah.
sun. Look
I
at
know,
that
yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's hurricane.
That. Shantyco days, eh?
Isn't it mad? Look.
Beautiful. Do you know what? It's going to kick off. Isn't it? It didn't do it last
Do you know
night.
what I better do? Otherwise I want me money back, Tone.
You haven't even got it yet.
yeah, exactly.
Look at it, look.
That's brilliant.
Well, it's fishing, isn't it?
Who's got a surfboard?
Anyway, yeah, barbecue lunchtime
Chef,
Wednesday
why not?
around at Minding.
Chef?
Yeah, could
Absolutely.
have picked a better day for it.
You seen that? You seen what we got?
But,
Chef's courtesy of Din.
Weather forecast.
Mick, is there anything you want Tone to do?
Not to break anything.
Don't bring anything, Tone,
Les?
when you're around here.
Good, I'll just stand here then. That sounds like a great
Yeah,
idea.
it does, doesn't it? Yeah. I'll knock my pipe
Can
out
I be in
all week.
charge of weather?
Yeah, turn that around. If anyone can, it's you, Tone. Yeah, so a couple of the boys have come over from Labby. Look, they're all going on. Well done, Din. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, barbecue Wednesday afternoon. You know, it's Thursday morning, and subject to Dinny getting up and letting us know what he's had. None of us had a bite last night. It's just unbelievable. I think we've seen the last of the rain now, and yeah, we've got higher pressure coming in and gradually getting warmer between now and Saturday when we pack up, and then it gets warmer Sunday, Monday, I believe. But right now, crikey, we're under pressure to turn this around, because I'm laying in bed and just feeling what? Oh, Dinny's woke up. Yeah, Dinny's just asking for news. So yeah, I'm gonna go round, catch up with the boys and have a chill out few hours. But yeah, right now, crikey, struggling like mad. Yeah, it looks to be a beautiful day. I can't see any colouring out in front of me, but there certainly is down in TP, front of to the right of TP. Yeah, boys have kindly invited me for breakfast. Come round to join them.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah. Oh, come and enjoy the breakfast. Thanks for inviting me, TP.
Oh, no. Yours, isn't you?
What are you doing?
Sadly, not for you, Mr. Ellis.
What?
You know?
I couldn't be like that.
Look,
You have to.
who's this an
You
impression
have to
of?
pre-order.
Who's this an impression of?
Yeah, I've been round here for the last 10 minutes. I'm going up for a shower and popping out for lunch with Dinny and the boys. And yeah, the fish have definitely moved down into this whole bay area. Nothing was caught in here last week, and it's about time they got in here. And yeah, it looks mad for TP, that's for sure. I've seen more fish out of here in the last 20 minutes than I've seen up there in the last couple of days. Having said that, I'm standing here and one moved up in front of me. So, but yeah, what was that?
Right there.
Do you reckon they could just be preoccupied with the naturals?
100%. That picture I sent to you. You have a look at the you know, the abundant naturals that are in there, mate. Once they're on them, the size of them bloodworm and stuff. Why would they want to eat anything else? And that's what it is. Then all of a sudden, you know, all that'll be gone, and then they're going to get on the boilies. But
it's whether we're here when they do.
Exactly. Someone's going, you know, someone's going. So it's going to kick off at some point. But as you say, in a fish's life, they're not bothered whether we're here or not. We're the ones that are bothered. You know, we've only got a short time span, haven't we? A week, which really in a fish's world, mate, is not a long time.
Yeah.
But no, I think it'll happen. I mean, it's Thursday and you've got 2 more nights. 2 more nights, anything can happen. You know, they can switch on, bang. You have a couple of nice big fish. They're bubbling everywhere out here. It's not very mouth no more.
Well, we're coming back from lunch. TP's having it off. He's got one in the net.
In the retainer.
In the retainer, and he's got another bite. Ah, Tone, you've upped the ante.
They do a set menu, don't they?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Take your time, Tone, yeah? Yeah, Tone. He knows what he's doing. He's done it all before, this man.
Slightly better, I think. Yeah, it's a bit deeper.
He's slightly better.
Kev was just saying, he said we've got to start getting some fish. He
It's a
said, I
nice
ain't got
fish.
enough,
No, it's a better one, this one, mate. It's
enough to make a video.
It's a better one.
Scoop him, bailiff.
Yes, indeed. Thank you,
Well
Mr.
done,
Bowman.
Tone. Result.
Look at that bead of sweat there.
It's a nice fish, Tone. Hold that net.
So it's 47, is it? Just over
46 and a half,
12.
less the less.
Yeah.
42 and a half, 43 and a half.
What a bad judge.
Yeah, well done, Tone.
Are we declaring it
Yes.
42?
Yeah.
Wash it down.
Well done, TP. Superb. Lovely. Yeah, super.
Thank you.
That's a lovely fish, this one.
He was a lively old soul when I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice Tone. Yeah, lovely. Well done.
Well done, Les. Yeah, it's very empty. It's normally a lot bigger, that fish.
How's it going?
Don't need that. Do you know what I mean? We tried. I knew you was going to do it as well. Didn't you come? I didn't even come.
I see him leave over there.
Fucking twice now.
Well, it was a matter of time before we had some fish between us, and TP's had 2 there in the space of half hour, less than that. So we've had lunch, Diddy and I have had my shower. It's mid-afternoon, Thursday, all to play for, fired up now. Got 2 nights to make it happen, and you know what, it's going to happen. Well, it's been a relaxing day. Had lunch in the village, got back, put them out, and right now I'm knackered. So I'm going to bed. It's about 8 o'clock Thursday night, and flat calm. We're not due any rain, or I think it's basically going to get warmer over the next few days. And yeah, it feels like a hard session in terms of catching fish, got to say. So we've got 2 nights to turn it around. Tony's done well, and there's a lot of fish in front of him in 12. We can hear them and see them rolling in that corner of his. So yeah, good for him. But the rest of the lake seems, you know, almost devoid of fish. It's unbelievable. So yeah, fingers crossed, next couple of nights we can make it happen between us. You know what, the Island Lake is one of the quietest lakes you'll ever fish until them bloody frogs go. I don't know if they're wide-mouthed, loud-mouthed, whatever bloody frogs they are. Bloody nightmare when they're croaking, let me tell you. Well, it's about, what was it, about 7:30 Friday morning, so quiet night. Could hear them in front of TP again, and he said they kept him awake, there were so many fish there. And yeah, right now I'm at that stage where I don't feel like I can bloody buy a bite. But right now the fish seem to have moved up closer to the pole, and if I can capture it you can see them actually bashing against the pole. A lot of fish there, so they're a little bit closer now to us, me and Chris, than they were. So yeah, let's see what happens. But right now, crikey, could we do with a bite? As far as I know, nothing come out last night. Oops. Yeah, just come round to Chris, I think it's about just gone 8 o'clock Friday morning, and saying how they was boshing on that stick and one thing and another, and that's where he had his bites. He's got a lovely fish in the sling. Well done, Chris.
Cheers, Kev. What have we got? What's that, 47?
Yeah, just under 47, yeah. About 47.6, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well done.
Cheers, Kev.
Yeah, superb. Yeah, look at that. 43.6. Well done, Chris. Superb fish.
Thanks, Kev. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, good mouth. Yeah, huge mouth,
That's
isn't
massive, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, just looking in Chris's swim. So that stick, where's that stick? Yeah, stick's out there, and TP's over there. Crikey, the fish were just there this morning. So yeah, nice one. Yeah, the bay here to the right.
Just in here.
Yeah, don't look no different. Chris was saying the bay had coloured up. I can't see it myself.
In here.
Oh, in here. Oh. No, it don't look no different here either. Yeah, you ain't woken up here. Don't look no different to me.
No.
No.
It's because I've been staring at it too long.
Yeah. It's wishful thinking. Yeah, good angling. Yeah, it's nice fish that. So you had to take the weight of the sling of 43.6. Beautiful fish. But yeah, it's given us the spur we need, I think. Yeah, as I say, that pole is just going over and over like that. It's all round it. Is it all right there, Chris? Yeah. Happy days. Cheers, buddy. Well, if ever there was a much needed fish, and thanks to Chris, who I gave the rod to, when he managed to play it for me, I didn't even need to play it, Chris, did I?
No.
Yeah, 35.12. Friday morning. Well, that be.
Yeah. Oh, that's stunning.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah, mate, that's perfect.
Nice and close, Chris. Yeah, got it?
Yeah, mate.
There she is, 35.12. Chris might have had a bite, so he's gone off. Let's put this back in a retainer, 15 minutes, and get her going back. so needed that fish. I'm just about to put it back and get it with a GoPro. And yeah, you can see, where was I on the video, hour and a half ago? Caught him by a bite, desperation. And yeah, that fish turned it around, well happy. And that's the rod I baited for a few days. And I can't remember, I just saying to the boys whether I put the bait out there yesterday or the day before, can't recall. But yeah, paid off. So yeah, well chuffed with that. Do you know what? Session's so much more fun when you've caught one. I know that rhymes. Might have to have a t-shirt with that on. Got 80s tunes in the background, another cup of tea, just had me breakfast. World's a whole different place compared with what it was an hour ago, that's for sure. Yeah, John's just popped round, the bailiff from Labby and Marpesh, and he was saying that it'd been quiet over Labby, and that he also thought it'd be a case of them being, you know, on naturals. So yeah, we'll see. But right now, you know, Friday lunchtime, it looks mad for it, and we've got, you know, just under 24 hours to play for, and I'm feeling really confident. It's Friday lunchtime, and I've just been talking to a couple of the lads about Chris Woodrow's book that he kindly sent me. And yeah, for anyone who wants to do a bit of reminiscing, it's fantastic. It's a great book. I'm not just saying it because it's yours, Chris. It is a really good book, and the fact that I can relate to so much of it, and there's a, you know, number of boys in there that I know from youngsters, because that's how I knew them. A few of the guys you're referring to in there, me and Jim, Pete, Andy and Mark and all of us, we knew them as the youngsters, so to speak. But yeah, really good book, Chris. So yeah, well done to you. Some great stories in there as well, and yeah, some of them I can relate to. So anyone who wants a good read, yeah, go and get that book, because it is that good. Really is good. Well done. Yeah, top boy Chris has gone out, sorted out some bits, brought us all back a Magnum. Cheers, Chris. Friday early evening, and Wes has done us dinner. Curry.
Happy days.
You've been working on it all day, haven't you?
Yeah, be a good boy.
Yeah, lovely. Look at that, it looks fantastic, Wes. And it's your birthday tomorrow as well, you're 50.
That's right.
Aren't you?
Don't get too excited, you haven't tasted it yet.
Yeah, I'd say it looks good. Toast. There's the camera going. Cheers, guys.
And you guys?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, cracking week. And it ain't over yet.
It ain't.
Time for a big one.
Fish Friday.
Well, it's about 8 o'clock now, Friday evening, and yeah, caught up with the boys, had a lovely dinner with them, and right now, yeah, beautiful evening. Sun's out, you know, odd cloud in the sky, nice westerly breeze. It looks just perfect, like it's done a lot this week. Looked perfect and not exactly happened. Oh, there was a fish just lumped out in TP's water. Yeah, that's where we've seen most of the movement last few days. But anyway, yeah, hopefully this video is coming out, because we've got another 14 hours or so to make it happen, and yeah, lovely evening ahead. Now, which one of you fuckers wanted me up this unearthly hour?
I'm afraid, Kev, that'd
Better
me,
be a
mate.
good reason.
We've got a mid-30 in the net, yeah? So, just have a look, eh, really?
That ain't enough of a reason.
I mean, as that...
TP would never wake me up for that, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You were dead to the world.
I was.
You were dead
Right,
to the world.
so what we're around here for is quite simply because Chris has got a big one, and I was zonked out. TP's come and got me. I'm all over the joint, but we're here now. Ain't pretty, is it? We're here it's only about 12:30, very early hours of Saturday morning, but yeah, he's had the good fortune of being towed up and down the lake, and yeah, got a real big one in the net.
Shouting Kev as I went past. What do you reckon, Kev? Tom, what's your estimations?
I think it's 60. From 60.
Yeah, that look, I can tell from the sling, that looks big.
It's a big fish, trust me. There's a ripper and all. I got the heavy end.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Make sure that's out of the way. £68. Yeah.
Oh my God! No way!
60.
No way! How big?
68, buddy.
Oh! Just smashed my PB by £8.
Well done.
Do you know what, Kev? Thanks so much,
Congratulations,
mate.
mate.
TP, thank
Wonderful,
you so much.
wonderful.
68.
Right, let's get this Let's put it back in there.
Jesus Christ. £68.
Great to be here to share it with you,
Oh,
Chris.
mate, I'll tell you something. This week, I said to Wes earlier, I said, you can't meet a better bunch of blokes.
Where is
And
he then?
share that.
Where is he at? What have you done with it?
You need to
Jeez. That is a page.
superb.
Look at the head on it.
Superb.
That's a beast. Look at that.
Can you turn it round to me in a minute, Chris? It's not.
Jesus.
Right, come on, boy.
That's a beast.
Yeah.
£16. I fucking love you.
Superb, that is.
That's
Well
a
done.
beast.
Yeah, superb.
Oh, I done tell you I was going backwards. Look at that, look.
Yeah, superb.
Look. I'll figure that. That's... I'm
Just rechecked the scales alongside the weight of the sling and the net was in it, £65. Yeah. So well done.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah. What's a pound between, mates?
Sorry.
Yeah. Well done,
That's
buddy.
unreal, mate.
Yes. Yeah,
I'm
superb.
blown away. Yeah, that's £65.
So we're just resting the fish up now, 15 minutes or so, and then we'll get it going back. Superb.
Okay then? Get
Yeah,
While you're here, Chris, find my shoe, can you?
I've been looking all week.
Shoes down there somewhere.
Find it, 'cause I can see it on eBay
found
signed.
that
Yeah, me Louis Vuitton.
You've been strict.
Me Louis Vuitton garden clog. Yeah, the lake's hit it.
Mate, I just...
Look, there's me and there's me shoe. You can keep that much nostalgia,
Got that on
Chris.
eBay at the moment, mate. It's just it's at about $2.90 at the moment,
Yeah.
mate. What I'm going to do tomorrow is get you to sign it down the side here.
Yeah, that'd do. So anyway, Chris, you must be well over the moon.
Mate,
So
Kev,
tell us about it all.
Kev,
Come
I don't know what to say, mate.
Come behind the so I can get you with the background of the trees. So tell me
what
what
can I
happened.
say?
You had the bite.
I was on the phone with my mum, like you do, you know, once a week you speak to your mum.
Yep.
And she said to me, I had 2 liners, and I went, Mum, you're bringing me luck. I've had a couple of liners, and all of a sudden, bang, 1 toner. Realised I got down at the swim, got no head torch, no life jacket. It's planted itself out 20 yards in the way, just buried itself. I thought, that's done. At first, didn't think it was a fish like that. Gone out in the boat, I've gone past you twice. I'm going, Kev. I then entered TP's bay, gone round the bay, ended up in 10. That's where I landed the fish, up in 10, on reverse the whole time. I've got the boat on reverse, what's that, £44 thrust, something like that? And it was just all the way down, mate. And then when I see it come to the side, I was just like, help, someone help me, I need to be helped now. And done, you know, the usual, scoop in the net she went, and
Yeah. Well
rest
done.
is history, mate.
Yeah,
£65.
superb.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, and a PB.
Yeah, it's done with PB. My PB was a £60 common, was £60 10 common, and
Yeah, great to be here to share with you.
it's unreal,
yeah,
mate. It's-
Superb.
It ain't sort of really kicked in yet.
Yeah,
and
it'll sink in.
it
Well
will
done.
do, mate. Yeah, because
Yeah, well
I'm
done.
driving all the way home tomorrow morning. At 9 o'clock? We got another 10 hours, if that.
Yeah.
No, not even that. And I'll be going home for a bloody big grin on my
Yeah,
face.
as you've got now. Well done, buddy.
Thank you ever so much, mate. I just like, and thank you, TP, for shifting round. It was lively as did, faster than you did, Kev. You know what I mean?
Well done, TP.
Yeah, he was. He was on there. He was on the boat. I'll be
Yeah.
round in a minute.
I don't mind being woken up for them, TP.
It was the response I got when he first woke up.
What was the
Like,
response?
he thought like it was sort of.
Oh! What?
I thought you cooked him breakfast, didn't he? That's when he thought, oh no, I've got food again.
Yeah, superb.
Oh.
Yeah, well done.
He's just, he ain't sunk in.
Yeah.
He ain't sunk in.
Well
Do you know
done.
what? I've got something in the van for this.
Where's Wes? Is he asleep?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I had to wake him up, and I've just realised he's just turned 40, so he's not best pleased.
He's 40 today, isn't he?
He's 40 about 25
Hey, he
minutes
needs to have a
ago.
glass of this, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what I said to him. I
You
said,
need to
Wes,
get
I've
him
got
up.
something quite
Yeah.
large in the net. And he went, what are you on about? I said, Wes, I'm shaking like a bloody leaf.
Get him round here quickly. You've got to have a glass of that with us.
Yeah, let's get him on the blower. Where's the old...
phone I put on the top.
I can't believe that.
You're on the phone.
Well, you know, as Kev said, it was due to somebody.
Well, that was what we needed, wasn't it? Now, I said to you earlier, we've not had the old commentary from how big?
65, was it?
65.
65.
Get your arse round here. Come, I've got some champagne to go.
And tell him he can use my bike to
You
go
can
back.
use his bike to go back. Come, get your arse round here. You've got to come see this. He said, Kevs, but just get your arse round here. You've got to come see this. I want you here. It's your birthday. I've got a bottle of champers. Get your arse round here. Come.
We need dinner and all.
Yeah.
Let's get dinner. Is he got on the walk?
Yeah, just leave him out. Be alright. Just get your arse round here, lively. Come on.
Yeah, round here lively. By the
fish
time he
today
gets
anyway.
here, the fish will have rested, we'll have a glass of champagne, and then he can get back.
Good old chat here.
Switch it off.
I'll turn mine off.
It's out. It's ridiculous.
We was having a right old good chat there. It was just getting into that. Do you know what I mean?
Tell you what to do is only singing him happy birthday. I'm like, fuck all this. I can't be doing with it.
It had to be done. Yeah, it had to be
What is it,
done.
Mirror or Common?
Mirror, a fucking big one.
Beauty. Yeah,
I
you'll
suppose
see
you
it.
didn't hear me in the boat, didn't I? I was on the corner of the island at one point,
Fuck all.
going, help. Then I see Kev swim and I thought, this ain't good, I'm too far down the lake, I need to get back up there. I'm like, looking.
Anybody else?
And Wes, it's your birthday, mate.
Yeah,
happy
it is my
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, son. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got this, we can share together.
Yeah. And do you know what? When they say to you about being 40, Wes, right? Yeah, I'll turn this down a bit. When they say to you about being 40, they say, oh, you know, you're getting old and all that.
Yeah,
I just want to tell you, don't worry about all that. It gets even worse. It's shit.
Lovely. So I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, welcome to being old.
I
Wes.
don't make him any more
Yeah.
miserable than you.
It's a
I've
shit
said it,
life
mate.
from now on.
It's no different from being 39
Yeah.
years, trust me.
I hope you've had a good 40 years because the back half, your back nine, shit.
So I look forward to that. More fishing and that.
Well,
Yeah, that's it. If you're lucky.
was it warm champagne?
Fucking hell, dog shit. What is it?
He bought some old shit, hasn't he? Look at that. Cheesecake, is it cheesecake?
Oh,
That'd do, wouldn't it?
Hertfordshire, and I don't know the difference today.
Two.
Why does it keep saying live?
Yeah, it's life. Don't wait. Oh.
Yeah, lovely.
That's what you put them baked beans for.
Oh.
Drive over, didn't it?
Yeah, fucking.
It's having a munch.
I dropped a cracking down there earlier. Look at that. That's why I got presented in the boat. I was like, the fuck? You got it, Kev?
Yep, keep your lights on it, boys.
She looks alright, doesn't she? And all.
Yeah. Hey, he's found it. Well done, me Louis Vuitton. I've now got a pair again.
You know what? I have to take that one off eBay now, won't I?
Look at that. Fantastic.
I had it out for sale. A genuine
result.
Kevin Ennis croc. Left hand side only.
You don't need to wash it for it.
Yeah, he does. Well, that was an exciting half hour. Yeah, congratulations to you, Chris. Fantastic. What our hobby's all about. Superb fish. And yeah, total result. Well done. Well, Saturday morning, just gone 8 o'clock. And yeah, got another hour or so. Leave the rods there. Fish are fizzing and moving everywhere around that stick, and Chris has just had a £40 common, so he's had a great trip. Fantastic fishing tonight as well. And yeah, I'm holding out now because I really want another one. So yeah, I'll quickly pan round and then we've got to skirt about, get the gear packed and be on our way by 10 o'clock. Yeah, back in Chris's swim, and yeah, he's had a £40 common. It's about 8:30 Saturday morning, in the process of packing up.
Pretty fish and all. Pretty fish, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely.
It's going to be a long one and all.
Yeah, superb. Well, 9:30 Saturday. Been here just over a week. Having arrived on a Friday. Time's flown by like it always does. And yeah, had 3 fish. I'm not complaining. And yeah, Chris had a cracker. We had a few crackers, including his 55, his 65. But we all caught fish. That's the main thing, which is always good. So anyway, parting shot of a fantastic lake here at the Island Lake. I really, really enjoy it. And yeah, can't wait to come back. So yeah, thanks to the mix. It's yeah, and great company as well. I don't think I'm getting a chance to say goodbye to everyone. So I'm going to skirt about, and if I do, great. Otherwise, yeah, look forward to having a curry with you boys when we're home. But in the meantime, just going to scan around, and this is the parting shot. Saturday morning of peg 5 and 6 that wasn't so unkind to me, that's fair to say. So yeah, can't go home complaining, that's for sure. Well guys, it's Monday morning, been back a couple of days, and yeah, time to get back to the grindstone. I'm not sure if this video is going to be its own video in that it's long enough, or it might be kickstarting my next trip to France, which is end of August. I'll have to edit it with Cindy and find out where it comes in at. But anyway, yeah, just to reflect on that week, guys, it was a great week. It always is a great week in France, whether you catch a lot or not. It's, you know, great bunch of boys who I've had the good fortune of fishing with in the past. You know, met Chris and Wes for the first time. Great 2 lads, and you know, we all mixed it up between us and we had a great time. So between Dinny, myself, TP, the boys, and Mick, young Mick, who was there most of the week, and Mickey, who turned up late on Friday. Yeah, cracking time at the Island Lake. And in truth, I've come back feeling I should have done better than I did. I think a lot of the time the fish were on naturals and eating rudd spawn. It was a weird old time. At times I couldn't buy a bite, and I really did think I was going to catch more. But you know, and then you get the weather. You know, you have the perfect weather conditions for carping, and then someone will turn around and say, oh yeah, but they like stability and they like hot weather and it's calm. Stability is everything. And I'm thinking, well, I'd rather have heavy wind, rain and, you know, blowing into me. And then when you're not getting a bite, you're thinking, yeah, maybe it needs the hot weather. I don't know. But either way, yeah, we had a cracking time, and I look forward to catching up with the boys again. And, you know, every time I go, I always learn something. So, you know, going back to the Island Lake, I'd probably do a couple of things differently. We'll see. You know, one fish can certainly, you know, turn around a holiday, and you know, that one fish didn't quite happen for me, but all said and done, I had 3 fish, and you can't complain at that. And not least of all, we all caught fish, and particularly you, Chris, you had a cracking session and a PB. So yeah, well done to you again. So anyway, that's it for now. Plan on doing some UK fishing over the next few weeks, and then, as I say, end of August, I'm back in France. We'll save that for another time. But in the meantime, let's see if I can make some time to go and catch some English fish for a change.